2,000 years ago, Roman engineers poured concrete into the sea. That concrete is still there today, holding firm against waves that have never stopped pounding it. Meanwhile, a modern concrete highway overpass, built with our supposedly superior technology, can start crumbling in 50 years. Something does not add up. This is the story of Roman concrete, a material so durable that scientists spent decades trying to figure out why it refuses to fall apart. And the strangest part is not that it survives, it is that some of it appears to be getting stronger with age. This is the story of a Roman recipe that modern engineering forgot, and is only now starting to relearn. By the 2nd century before our era, Roman builders were using a material they called opus cementitium, a mix of volcanic ash, lime, and chunks of rock rubble. It let them build shapes that stone and brick alone never could. Vaults, domes, and massive foundations, poured rather than stacked piece by piece. Nowhere is that more obvious than the Pantheon in Rome, finished around 128 AD. Its dome is still, to this day, the largest unreinforced concrete dome on Earth. No steel rebar, no modern reinforcement of any kind, just concrete, holding its own weight, unsupported, for nearly 1,900 years. Modern reinforced concrete, by contrast, is expected to need major repair within decades, especially anywhere it touches salt water. Steel rebar rusts, expands, and cracks the concrete around it from the inside. But the Romans built directly into the sea, and those structures are, in places, in better shape now than modern marine concrete poured decades ago. Roman harbors at places like Caesarea and Baiae used massive concrete piers and breakwaters, dropped straight into the waves, to shelter fleets of ships. For centuries, engineers assumed this durability was simply a fluke of good luck, or maybe that anything old that survives just proves survivorship bias. Weak examples crumbled and vanished, so only the strong ones were left to study. Then researchers started looking closer at the actual chemistry, and the story got stranger. The key ingredient turned out to be volcanic ash, called pozzolana, named for the town of Pozzuoli near Naples, where the Romans mined it by the ton. When this ash reacts with lime and seawater, it does not just harden once and stop. It keeps forming new mineral crystals for centuries afterward. In seawater specifically, that reaction produces a rare mineral called aluminous tubermarite, which actually reinforces the concrete's internal structure as more water gets in, rather than being destroyed by it. In other words, the ocean itself was slowly making Roman sea concrete stronger, not weaker, a property essentially no modern concrete formula has. Then in 2023, a team at MIT studying Roman concrete samples found something else entirely, strange, bright white mineral chunks scattered throughout, called lime clasts. For a long time, these chunks were dismissed as sloppy mixing, evidence the Romans just were not careful enough. The new research suggested the opposite. The theory now is that the Romans mixed their lime hot, using a technique called hot mixing, which left these reactive lime clasts embedded on purpose throughout the material. When a tiny crack eventually forms in the concrete, water seeps in and reaches one of these lime clasts. The clast dissolves, reacts, and recrystallizes, physically sealing the crack shut before it can spread. Self-healing concrete, a material engineered, whether fully understood by its makers or not, to repair its own damage automatically over time. It is worth being careful here. We do not have a Roman engineer's notebook explaining exactly why they hot mixed the lime. It is entirely possible this self-healing effect was a fortunate side benefit of a process chosen for other practical reasons, like speeding up construction. But whether it was deliberate genius or a happy accident that Roman builders noticed and kept repeating, the result is the same. A 2,000-year-old formula that modern concrete, invented with far more scientific tools, still cannot fully match. So why did we lose this knowledge at all? After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the specific pozzolana supply chains, the hot mixing techniques, and the accumulated trade knowledge of Roman builders simply broke down. For over 1,000 years afterward, large-scale concrete construction in Europe was rare. It took until the 1800s for engineers to rediscover concrete as a major building material, this time using Portland cement, a different and less durable recipe. Modern Portland cement concrete is cheaper to make and sets faster, which is exactly why it won out for industrial-scale construction. It just does not last nearly as long, especially in salt water. Today, researchers are working to bring elements of the Roman formula back, hoping to build seawalls, piers, and infrastructure that could last centuries instead of decades, cutting down on the constant, expensive cycle of demolition and rebuilding. There is also a bigger stake here. Modern cement production is responsible for a significant share of global carbon emissions, partly because we keep having to remake concrete that fails too soon. A concrete that heals its own cracks and gets stronger with age could mean far less rebuilding and far less carbon over the long run. So here is the genuine open question historians and engineers are still chasing. We know pozzolana and hot mix lime are the key ingredients. What we do not fully know is the Romans, precise ratios, timing, and methods, because no ancient text spells it out in full. We are, in a strange way, reverse engineering a formula from ruins, trying to recover a level of material science that outperforms our own, using nothing but a few ancient descriptions and a lot of very patient laboratory work. Next time you see a photo of the Pantheon's dome or a jetty of Roman stone still standing firm in the waves, remember, that is not just old material that happened to survive. It is a material actively healing itself, reaction by reaction, for 2,000 years and counting, built by engineers who may have understood chemistry we are only now catching up to. What else did the ancient world figure out by accident, or by genius, that we are still racing to rediscover? Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe, because next time we are looking at a weapon so devastating and so secret that its formula died with the empire that used it, and has never been fully recovered.